Good evening. Thank you for that introduction, Merlin. I hope I can keep this crowd enthused with very good vibes. She said I was a vibrant person, so I hope I could do that. I will start this program with a little apology because it seems pretty customary for us to start our programs on a fairly late note, and that's for various reasons. And with that apology, I'd like to get started today. We have a number of things to cover in the agenda. It's my proud privilege to be emceeing for this program tonight. This is going to be predominantly focused on celebration of women and also introduction of FOMA once again to this community. FOMA actually stands for the Federation of Malayali Associations of the Americas. While this association was established in 2006, and many of the people are very familiar with the activities, I would like to draw attention to a couple of things. I see a very varied crowd here today. I see a number of familiar faces, but I also see some new faces. And I do recognize the fact that many of you, or some of you probably, are not very familiar with what FOMA is about, or even what Kerala is all about. So we'll start with a little introduction about Kerala. Kerala is this teeny state, and I often find myself comparing it to kind of Israel, where the people, you'll find more people outside of the land than you do in the land. Honestly, the people in Kerala, the state is so small, and the people are very adventurous, and they have gotten out of Kerala to be all over the world. In fact, people usually talk about a person on the moon that would be selling chai or tea, and that person could be a Malayali for all that you know, because that's how adventurous they are. They're all over the place, and we are testimony to that, because look at all of us here in the Americas, all outside of Kerala, and yet celebrating the land that we come from. So Kerala is a small state in the southwestern part of India, and while there are many accolades and attributes to this land, I want to point out a couple of very important things. The first one being, and it's very apt to say this, on a day when we are recognizing women and empowering the women, I want to say that Kerala has established itself and has been known for its matriarchal society. Now that has kind of dwindled away over time, but what it meant was people knew in the past that women had to be empowered. And so the tradition was that the woman was a ruler of the Malayali family. And so it was a duty and responsibility of the men to be able to go according to the wishes of that woman. So much so that even the property was divided in that manner. Now over time, of course, that has faded away. So talking about a matriarchal society is not relevant anymore, but it is something to remember historically about. And women have made, of course, their dent and mark in various fields in Kerala. We've heard of P.T. Usha, who has been the strongest sprinter in the world, and so many things like that. So it's a small land with few people, but we can make some noise. Isn't that true? We can make some noise. And to make that noise, we need a platform. FOMA is one of those associations that gives a platform to many of the Malayalis across these United States to be heard and to see how they contribute to this community. I've lived in Detroit for over 25 years now. Although, of course, you would look at me and go, really, is that true? But anyways, I've been here, and I call myself a dinosaur of some sorts, but I am very proud of the fact that our Malayali women have contributed, not only the women, I'm not here to talk about who is more in power, the men or the women, but we as a society, a Malayali community, have contributed in various different ways. Our people have contributed very strongly in the nursing area. I'm very proud of that. We have a very strong nursing association here. we've contributed in the fields of science, very actively participated in STEM. There are physicians, there are engineers, and Philomena Zachariah is true testimony to that. She's holding a very high-profile job in the engineering industry. And there are many others like her. Our men are par excellence too. They're also holding very, very good positions in the community. So we have really contributed as engineers, as nurses, as doctors, as educators to this community. So I'm very proud to be associated with the community, and it is my privilege indeed to be introducing the rest of the people who are and will continue to contribute to this society. So with this brief introduction, it gives me great honor and privilege to introduce a very dear friend of mine, and I've known her for probably the last 15 or 20 years, and she happens to hold a key position in the FOMA and in today's program. It's none other than Philomena Zachariah. You know, for years, I was just telling one of the people on the panel that I've walked alongside Philo. We're good friends. I know her, and I refer to her as my little buddy and this and that. But I've never really known that she was such a senior person at Harman. And Harman, you know, is a huge engineering firm. And Philomena is, you know, holding a very important position there. She is in charge of Bluetooth and other related engineering products that the company makes, and she heads the division for North America, or she is in a very, very important position. So, like I said, there are many in our community that are very humble in how they come across, and we take them for granted, but they've all contributed significantly to this place. In addition to being such a high-profile person, Philomena, like I said, is very modest, very actively involved in the community here, the CareLight community, and also at church. And she is the proud mother of two beautiful children. She's a good wife. So she has all the attributes of being a woman in power. So without further ado, I'd first of all like to extend all of you, you know, an invitation to this program today to have a good time and enjoy the various things that we have for you. There are numerous very good programs that are going to come up, and I invite Philomena now to come onto stage and welcome you all. She will subsequently introduce the key members of the National FOMA team. And let's give it up.
First of all, my sincere thanks to those who put trust in me and selected me to become the first chairperson of FOMA Women's Forum Great Lakes region. I really appreciate that. When I was asked to take this position, I asked myself, why do we need a women's forum? We have all this women's forum through churches, through all these clubs we have here. So I asked myself, do we really need this? Why do I have to be a women's forum chairperson for this FOMA Great Lakes region? So one thing I thought about it, then research on FOMA, because I never worked in FOMA before. So I researched on FOMA, and then why I selected to become, why I decided to become the president, because I thought it will give me opportunity to unite the women in this region from all these clubs and all those churches and everyone, unite them. And along with women, I know when you bring women, men come along with it, right? You can see here. So we can bring all the people here under one umbrella, share our ideas, and start some long-term projects together for the benefit of all of us here. And most of all, one important thing came to my mind is do some charitable causes together. That's what we are doing here today. Being under the umbrella of FOMA, which has various initiatives to help all the Malayalis around USA, I believe we can achieve greater objectives. We have FOMA national representatives here today, and they will be giving some insight about FOMA later on. Now let me get into my responsibility to welcome everyone here. First, let me welcome a very special person who came all the way here from New Jersey for the inauguration of this event, Ms. Rekha Nair. She is the secretary of National Forma Women's Forum. Such a wonderful woman. I read about her through all this WhatsApp group and all. She did a lot of charity activities in the past, and most of all, recently, she donated one of her organ to help the life of someone else. That's such a wonderful thing. Welcome, Teha. We are very lucky to have some national FOMA representatives here today. They came for some national level meeting, and fortunately it is today, so we can meet them as well. Let me welcome John C. Varghese, former FOMA General Secretary and current President candidate. Philip Chambathil, former Regional Vice President and current President candidate. Reggie Cherian, current Regional Vice President, Southeast Region and Treasurer candidate. Shinu Thomas, current Treasurer candidate. Welcome you all. Oh, I just want to say Reha is also a candidate. I don't think we have, we have to say anything. You are the right candidate for any positions. Reha. We have leaders from various organizations here, and churches and temples, a lot of people representing from different organizations. Let me welcome all the participants from Ecumenical Committee and other parish leaders present here today. Father Roy Mulachal from this parish, welcome Achan. Father Joy Chakian, we were expecting, I don't know whether Achan is here yet, but we were expecting him. Welcome. Father George, who is involved with the mission activities around Detroit area. Father Binoy Tatamgunel from St. Main Church. I was told all these priests will be coming, so I'm just giving, I don't know whether they are here yet. Most of you might know already, FOMA is comprised of a collaboration of 65 associations spread all over the USA and Canada. We have representation from various Malayali organizations and their women's forum here. Welcome to Kerala Club President Sujit Menon and all the representatives from Kerala Club joined here today. Also welcome to DMA President Mohan Padankavil and other representatives from DMA today. Also MMA, Matthew Women and representations from MMA. Also we have representations from various women forum. Thanks to Jubi Chakungal, Jolie Daniel and DMA Women's Forum spreading the news about this event and supporting us. Next, let me welcome our panel. We have a wonderful panel with representations from various fields. When we thought about a panel, we thought, okay, we have to bring somebody from engineering, someone from medical, someone from legal, someone from maybe political side. So we have the representations from all these fields here. Thank you so much for supporting us coming. We will be introducing them more later on. And I would like to welcome Harita. She is the moderator for the panel today. She worked with me, co-worker. So I know she will be doing a great job. So we will she will be introducing the panel later on. Next, our sponsors. Without them, we can't do anything, right? So when we started this, we thought about conducting a charity event. We have zero account because we started this year. We don't have any money, so how do we do this? So first we approached some sponsors, and believe it or not, everyone we approached was very supportive. So we really appreciate. We have some sponsors presenting here today. We really appreciate all your presence and all your support. I think we will be showing the slideshow with all the sponsors. Please support them because they are supporting our community. Now the program coordinators. So when we have, without cultural program, we can have an event, right? So I try to reach from every organization and see whether we can, have a representation from various areas. So I really appreciate Kerala Club, DMA, and all the, other churches and all who supported and coordinated various culture programs here. Thank you so much, really appreciate that. And a warm welcome to all of you here. Special thanks to Ruben and Jolie for sponsoring this camera and video. Now, most of all, welcome all of you here. Thank you for all your support. When we approached you with a raffle ticket to raise money for charity, all of you supported. Not this many people. We have a lot more people supported. They couldn't make it today, but every one of you supported us, and a lot of people gave best compliments, above $50. That's very nice of you. Hope we can support this couple of charities with that amount. Any penny we collected will go to charity. Thank you so much. I know it is taking time, but I have to thank everyone. So before I close off, I would like to take a moment to thank all the former Women's Forum Great Lakes Region Committee members, Merlin, Tessie, Gigi, Mary, Shofa, Kunyama, and the National Committee members Jane, Vinod, Rojan, for their great support. We had last 3 months, we had meetings every week. Thank you so much for taking time to call in and supporting to organize this event. A very special thanks to two people who helped me left and right from beginning to end. I cannot avoid their name, Jane and Merlin. They had several sleepless nights with the brochure and the raffle tickets and anything you want. Just tell them, they will be, whether it is night or day, they will help. So really appreciate that. It's from the bottom of my heart. Very committed and well organized. I haven't seen anyone like this. That very appreciative. Oh, I think I have to thank one more person. You see the nice, beautiful flower arrangements. Anu, she flew from Florida this morning. I was waiting for her. We worked together. So she even, she was so tired. She came and helped me to arrange these flowers. Thank you, Anu. Really appreciate it. I would like to close this welcome with a quote that I really like and included in the souvenir. As people think and work together, a fabric of shared meaning comes into being. That's what we are seeing here today. Thank you all. Inauguration, I like to invite all the former representatives from Great Lakes region, the national representatives, the candidates came from other states. Rekha Nayak, please come. All of you, please come. Anyone associated with the former? National leaders as well, please.
Please look here.
Once again, I draw your attention to Mrs. Rekha Nair. She's a special guest. She's arrived all the way from New York. She is the National FOMA Women's Association, or the Women's Wings Secretary. All right, and I have known Rekha don a hat at various events. She's a very accomplished young lady here. She has associated herself with numerous little associations in New York in the Indian community, and now she's a very active member at FOMA. She is a very busy professional. She's an IT person, and we know the lifestyle of people in IT. It's pretty involved, but she finds time to do a lot of activities and serve the community. And I would also like to mention especially that she has huge humanitarian projects on her side. And while many of us find it difficult to tread along those paths, you know, of medically relevant things to do, Rekha has stepped on it and taken huge steps to make sure that the Indian community is very involved in various projects, and she's done numerous drives for it. She's a speaker at many of these associations, motivating Indians to be organ donors and very many things related to this. So it's my distinct honor again to welcome Rekha here today. She's a special guest in town, and I would like to say her to say a few words to address this crowd. Here we go, Rekha.
Thank you so much, Geeta. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank the Great Lakes FOMA Women's Forum region for inviting me here today. I see there are a lot of people here who may not speak the language or understand the language of Malayalam. And I'm truly apologizing because as a person who was born and raised in America, I have no issues actually to speak in English. However, it's a personal choice that I speak in my mother tongue language. Therefore, with that being said, I apologize and I'll be speaking in my mother tongue language of Malayalam. ഇവിടെ ഇരിക്കുന്ന ഫോമ നാഷണൽ കമ്മിറ്റി അംഗങ്ങൾ, വിമൻസ് ഫോറം അംഗങ്ങൾ, പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെ, 2016-18 കാലയളവിൽ ശ്രീ ബെന്നി വാച്ചാച്ചറയുടെ നേതൃത്വത്തിൽ ഭാരവാഹികൾ ചുമതലയേറ്റതിനു ശേഷം ഫോമ വിമൻസ് ഫോറം പുനരൂപീകരിച്ചു. ഡോക്ടർ സാറ ഈശോ ചെയർപേഴ്സണായും ഞാൻ സെക്രട്ടറിയുമായും ചുമതലയേറ്റു. കഴിഞ്ഞ കാലങ്ങളിലെ പോലെ വെറും ഒരു വിമൻസ് ഫോറമായി പ്രവർത്തിക്കാൻ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് താല്പര്യമില്ലായിരുന്നു. ബി ദ ചേഞ്ച് യു വാണ്ട് ടു സീ ഇൻ ദ വേൾഡ് എന്ന ആശയമായിരുന്നു ഞങ്ങൾ മുന്നോട്ട് വച്ചത്. എങ്ങനെ ആ ചേഞ്ച് നമ്മുടെ ഇടയിൽ കൊണ്ടുവരാം എന്നുള്ളതായിരുന്നു. വിമൻസ് ഫോറത്തിൻ്റെ കർമ്മ പദ്ധതികളുടെ ഭാഗമായി അമേരിക്കയിലെ എല്ലാ റീജിയനുകളിലും ചാപ്റ്റേഴ്സ് ആരംഭിച്ചു. ഇതാ ഇന്ന് ഗ്രേറ്റ് ലേക്ക് റീജിയനിലും. തുടർന്ന് അവയവദാനത്തിനെ പറ്റിയുള്ള ബോധവൽക്കരണ സെമിനാർ, 21 നിർധരരായ നഴ്സിംഗ് വിദ്യാർത്ഥിനികൾക്ക് നാട്ടിൽ സ്കോളർഷിപ്പ്, കഷ്ടത അനുഭവിക്കുന്ന നാട്ടിലെ സ്ത്രീകൾക്കുള്ള പാലിയേറ്റീവ് കെയർ എന്നീ പ്രോജക്റ്റുകൾ രൂപീകരിക്കാൻ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് സാധിച്ചു. അഭിമാനത്തോടെ പറയട്ടെ, ഫോമയുടെ ചരിത്രത്തിൽ ആദ്യമായിട്ടാണ് ഒരു സ്കോളർഷിപ്പ് ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ നടക്കുന്നത്. അതിനൊരു നിമിത്തമാകാൻ ഫോമ വിമൻസ് ഫോറത്തിന് സാധിച്ചു എന്നതിൽ എനിക്ക് സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. ഫോമ വിമൻസ് ഫോറത്തിൻ്റെ ഉദ്ദേശവും അതുതന്നെയാണ്. അങ്ങോളം ഇങ്ങോളമുള്ള സ്ത്രീകളെ ഒരു കുടക്കീഴിൽ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് ജനങ്ങൾക്ക് മാതൃകയായ കാഴ്ച കാണിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുക. ഇനിയും മുന്നോട്ട് വരുന്ന വിമൻസ് ഫോറം ഭാരവാഹികൾ ഇതിലും മെച്ചപ്പെട്ട കാര്യങ്ങൾ പ്രവർത്തനത്തിൽ കാണിക്കും എന്നുള്ളതിൽ എനിക്ക് അങ്ങേയറ്റത്തെ വിശ്വാസമുണ്ട്. ഇന്ന് ഈ പരിപാടി ഇവിടെ അരങ്ങേറാൻ സഹായിച്ച ഇവിടുത്തെ ഡ്രിറ്റോയിലെ എല്ലാ നല്ല മലയാളി സുഹൃത്തുക്കൾ, പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ഫോമ വിമൻസ് ഫോറം, ഫോമ നാഷണൽ കമ്മിറ്റി അംഗങ്ങളോടുള്ള നന്ദി ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ ഞാൻ രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുകയാണ്. ഒരു കാര്യം കൂടെ നിങ്ങളുടെ ശ്രദ്ധയിലോട്ട് ഞാൻ പെടുത്താൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു. ഈ വരുന്ന ഫോമ കൺവെൻഷനിൽ ജോയിൻറ്റ് സെക്രട്ടറി സ്ഥാനത്തേക്ക് ഞാൻ മത്സരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഈ കഴിഞ്ഞ 2 വർഷത്തിനുള്ളിൽ ഞാൻ പ്രവർത്തിച്ചതിൽ നിങ്ങൾ സംതൃപ്തരാണെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ എല്ലാവിധ സഹായ സഹകരണം അഭ്യർത്ഥിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് എൻ്റെ വാക്കുകൾ ചുരുക്കുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.